Hello and welcome back, and today I'm going to be playing another Sega Game Gear game. This time it's Mortal Kombat, and I've only played this game maybe once before, but I want to play it again, give it a try, see how it is, and see how much different it is compared to the Sega Genesis version that I used to play. Which I know it's not going to be as much content as the Sega Genesis because it's for a portable device. But let's get this going here. It's a little story going on about the tournament or whatever. Okay, now that's over. I'm gonna pick a character. It's like you can only pick from 6 different characters, and I'm gonna go ahead and play on easy. Looks like just the same 6 characters. I don't know if they have any hidden characters or anything. See how good I do with Sub-Zero. I don't know any of the moves right off. I know the Sega Genesis version somewhat for each character, but this game I don't really know any of the moves. So I'm going to have to try to figure them out as I go. That one wasn't too bad. Just trying to figure out how to do like the ice throw. Actually, the graphics aren't too bad for the Game Gear. It's just that they don't have all the characters from the Genesis game. And I think this version, it's like the same 2 stages and they just repeat themselves. And after a while you kind of get tired of the blue background of that stage, but it is a Game Gear version. He beat me that time. Notice another thing is it doesn't have the narrator that says like fight and stuff. I can't remember if that's in the Sega Genesis version or not. I want to say the Sega Genesis version doesn't have the voice for the most part, maybe like in 1 or 2 parts, but I think the Sega 32X version of Mortal Kombat 2 does. I beat him really quick that time. And got a flawless victory. Yeah, this is that first stage again. It just recycles the stage, like alternates every other match is a different. It's like the same stage. It just repeats itself. And the music's like the same too, just the same music over and over. Move right up the ladder here next to Scorpion. Well, actually this stage has different music, so it's like the same. Each stage has its own music, but no, actually this is the same music from the previous stage. Still haven't figured out any moves. And I don't know if you can do like a finisher move and knock them through the platform so they can fall down to the spikes or not. Like one neat thing I like about the Game Gear is I like the sound like the sound effects. Like this one's kind of repetitive, but they got that. It's like a certain sound that's only on Game Gear games. Like each game has kind of like this unique sound to it, and it's kind of one reason I like the Game Gear. I've never played the Game Boy version of this, so I don't know how different it is compared to this version. It might be better, or it might be the same thing, I don't know. I do believe Mortal Kombat was on the Sega Master System, I think. And I don't know if this is the same game as that. He beat me that time. Now I have to continue. Actually, I'm gonna play a Scorpion this time. Just give him a try. I don't know if I'll be able to do like the grappling hook thing he does. Maybe I'll be able to figure it out. I know he can teleport and do the grappling hook. I can't remember if he can breathe fire on the Genesis version. Of course, it's been a long time since I played the Sega Genesis version of Mortal Kombat. And the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat, which I like the Sega Genesis version better. It just feels better than the... Like, the Super Nintendo version has better graphics and things like that, but I just like the Genesis version of it better. But then I kind of like the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat 2 more than I did the Genesis version, because I think the Genesis version, the sprites are smaller. So that's one kind of neat thing about this version, is the sprites are actually kind of big, like how the arcade version is. But I noticed it doesn't have any blood, and I don't know if there's like a code you can enable the blood or not. Phew, I barely won that match. Usually when you do like a mirror match, I feel like they're harder for some reason. I mean, like, this game's not too bad. Like, maybe when it was brand new, it might have been fun to get it and take it with you on the go, but like, the Genesis version and the Super Nintendo version is still fun to play, but and probably even the arcade version if you had the arcade game of it, but like, I don't know, like, playing this version, it's like a watered down version of the console game. And I'm sure this was like a $30 to $40 game when it came out, so I don't know if this would have been worth it or not, really. I mean, I rather just took the money and bought the Genesis version or whatever, and maybe, you know, skipped on this one. That's kind of thing, like, now you can play a game and you can decide if it's like any good or not. Like, would it have been worth it to buy it back when it was new? And some games you'd be like, yeah, this game's really worth it because it's fun, but then some games is like, well, you know, I would have been mad if I spent money on this game. Like, now I'm just kind of playing it just to play it to see what it's like, but I think it's not too bad. I would play through it till I, went through the tournament, and then I probably wouldn't play it for a really long time again. I mean, I guess you could play for a high score, because I noticed they have a scoring system in this one. kind of want to try out all the characters, see if I can get through the game. See how I do with Sonya. See if I can beat Johnny Cage. Then he does that. He wins, he does that move with the glasses. Where he puts the glasses on. Which I like Johnny Cage in the movie. I like the guy that played him was really good at doing the character. But I think the movie's really good. Like, the first movie's like really good. I don't know why some people say it's not good, but it's like one of the, like, I don't want to say best video game to movies, but it's like really close to being like one of the best ones that they've ever done. Just because of, I mean, there's not much of a story to go off of the games anyway. And the movie's like, was pretty good for the time. It was a good fighting, like, action movie. And if they remade made a Mortal Kombat movie today, it would be like completely different. And the second movie's not very good. It's probably like one of the worst movies ever. I don't know where they went wrong with it, but like right from the beginning, the second movie's like, oh, we're gonna kill off Johnny Cage. Maybe if they left him in it, and then they changed the actor for Raiden, and Sonya was a different actor. But I think maybe the actor just didn't want to do it again, so they like, you know, they changed him up or whatever. I'd almost have just said, just not even do a second movie. Just left it, the first one, and that was it. Because I think the second one kind of like tarnished the reputation of the first movie a little. But like when the first movie came out, it's like, I never heard anybody say, oh, Mortal Kombat's a bad movie. Like, they never said that. I just heard good things about it. And the same way with the Super Mario Brothers movie. Like, I watched it when I was a kid and I really liked it. And then other kids I knew said they watched it and they liked it. And then as time went on, people's like, that's a bad movie. It's like, I don't even know why they said it was a bad movie, because for one, Super Mario Brothers is like, you know, there's not really much of a story to go off the games. Like the TV show was really good because they can make up things, you know, because it's a cartoon. But the movie is pretty good in its own way. It's almost like if it wasn't called Super Mario Brothers and they were different characters, I don't think it had gotten such a bad reputation. But it was pretty neat, I think, what they did with the story. Kind of made up a brand new story for it. I mean, there's like some problems with the story, but I think it's an alright movie. Definitely not like in my 10 worst movies at all. You know, there's like other movies that's a lot worse than that movie, so. I can't seem to beat Johnny Cage for some reason. Like, it just got really hard all of a sudden. I was hoping I could play through the whole game here, but I guess not. I'm just not that good enough at Mortal Kombat on the Sega Game Gear. There is a game I want to play on Sega Game Gear, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to play through the whole game because I'm not really familiar with the game. I just played it and liked it. It's called Vampire, and it's really good. It's almost like a Castlevania clone. I mean, it pretty much is Castlevania, just a different name. Well, I still can't beat that stage. Which is, it's an endurance match, so automatically makes it hard. I think I played as all the characters now. I can't figure out their special moves, whether they have any or not, I don't know. I'm sure they do. Yeah, this game's not bad. It's not one I play all the time. I think that there's worse games than this on Game Gear. And there's better games too, so I think this one's just kind of average. Maybe if they had more stages, more characters, more music, I don't know, but I think I want to end the video here, and I'll be back next time with another Game Gear video, and thanks for watching.